So the Springboks have suffered yet another injury for their November squad. Damian Willemse, the latest player to be ruled out, unfortunately having the injury over the weekend in the URC. But it is not all bad news for Springbok supporters, as we do now get to see a young player that a lot of people have wanted to see in a Springboks kit perhaps make his debut in the November internationals. But jumping straight into it, Damian Willemse recently announced by Rassie Erasmus that he will be unavailable for the November internationals up against Scotland, England and Wales. Unfortunately, in the most recent round of the United Rugby Championship, in the victory for the Stormers over Glasgow, Damian Willemse, as he scored a try, did suffer a groin injury. Now, he did try and play on for a few more minutes, but was subbed off near half-time. And then it was that big question, how injured was Damian Willemse? We've got to remember the man has only just come back from a severe finger injury that left him out for an extended period of time from the Springboks squad, but it has come at a terrible time for Willemse. It is a massive shame, as it was talked about with the injury of Sasha Feinberg, Zulu, that the perfect switch for him would be Damian Willemse, but instead of bringing in a back, they have instead opted to go with a forward, and that forward is none other than Bulls representative Cameron Hanekom, a player who has been on a lot of Springbok supporters' radar for an incredibly long time. He's had standout seasons in the URC for the Bulls and now gets that opportunity to be added into the Springbok squad. Now already they have got some brilliant options in that number 8 jersey. Jasper Wiese getting a majority of minutes throughout the Rugby Championship, with Eldrick Lowe also partnering with him for that number 8. But can Cameron Hanekom break into the Springbok side and get himself some minutes? I do think there is a chance that we could see him out there on the field, and it is going to be an exciting time to once again see some more Springbok depth on the field for November internationals. So we will quickly look through at the way that the squad looks now with the recent injury updates that we have already received. So Oxnard, Gerhard Stennekamp, Thomas de Toy, Vincent Koch and Frans Malharbe, they are still all in the Springboks camp. We did see quite a few of those men in action for the URC this weekend just past, but luckily getting out of it injury-free. Jan-Hendrik Wessels, he was already taken out of the side due to injury, which then brought in Johan Grobbelaar, as well as the inclusion of Wilco Lowe in the hookers. It is still Malcolm Marx and Bongyo Manambi, alongside, of course, Johan Grobbelaar. In the locks, Eben Etzebeth, Franco Moster, Ruan Nokia, Arge Snyman, who once again had a really strong game for Leinster in the URC, Peter Steftetoy, Sia Khaleesi, who we actually saw playing 8 for the Sharks in the most recent game of the United Rugby Championship, Eldrick Lowe, Quagga Smith, Marco van Staden, and also Jasper Wiese. But now, like I said, Cameron Hanekom added into that pool of tremendous players in that loose forward trio. It's going to be hard to get minutes, but with the type of competitor that we've seen Hanekom be over the last couple of years, I feel like if the opportunity is there and he does get that chance, he will certainly make the most of it. For the backs, the halfbacks, they have got Jaden Hendrickse, Cobus Reinach and Grant Williams, who had a standout game for the Sharks in the URC just recently. Mani Libok playing for the Stormers, getting a yellow card in the most recent game. Hondre Pollard also there as a fly half. Lucanio Wam, Damien Dialendi, Andre Esterhazen, Jesse Creel, Kurt Liarensa, Apelele Fasi, who again has been in tremendous form for the Sharks in the URC, plus all throughout the Rugby Championship, was a tremendous option at fullback. Cheslin Colby, Willie LaRue, Makazole Mapimpi, Kanan Moody, and of course Damian Willemse. He was added back into the team, has now been left out due to that groin injury. Now, Willie LaRue, his chances of getting his 100 caps has just gone up extremely high with the fact that there will be no Damian Willemse. Now, when I saw the injury of Willemse in that URC game, we actually talked about it on the live stream in terms of who could be the perfect replacement. And I actually thought Jordan Hendrickse was possibly going to get that opportunity. He plays fly half. He also plays fullback, similar to Damian Willemse. But Rassie Erasmus, he pretty much said they're happy with the depth and the versatility that they have already got in this side, so they didn't need another back, and instead opting to go with the big man, Cameron Hanekom. But do let me know what you think of not just the Damian Willemse injury. Of course, a lot of people gutted to see that that man is out, but also what you think of Cameron Hanekom breaking into the Springboks side? Is he going to get minutes? And who out of the 3 games, England, Scotland and Wales, would you be most excited to see Hanekom go head-to-head with? But thank you all very much for tuning in. Just a quick wee update on the Springboks squad. Of course, they are going to be heading up north in the very near future, about 5 days away from that flight. But we will keep you updated if there are any other injuries that do happen in the meantime. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all for the next one.